Thank you very much once again. Let me welcome you back to this one meritocratic channel of ours, and this is called MATRIC+NATED Specialist. Ensure that you are hitting the subscription button and ensure that you are sharing to those who are concerned. And here we are going to look at English, first additional language, and both home language because of this paper 3 is a continuation and it does not choose that you are doing first additional or the second additional language. So we are saying that both we are welcome to look at an overview. And then I am saying to you, good luck, good luck, good luck. Make us proud when you are writing those examinations and get a distinction. One of the key concepts that you can get in the paper 3, writing an obituary. So you have to write an obituary. And then an obituary, it is a context about a person who has recently died. It may be published as an article in the newspaper or read aloud at the funeral. And what is an obituary in terms of the hint before we can go to it? There must be the person's date, it must be birth date, must be stipulated. The person's death date and where he or she lived. The details of the persons and family may also be included. Number two, the stories and the memories about the persons, they are included. If appropriate favorite songs of the persons may be quoted, the tone is set because of the person has died, but also uplifting because it is a celebration of that person's life. The personal feelings about the deceased can be included also, so that it is in paper 3. And then what you need to stick to it is the guidelines that I'm giving to you here. When you are doing each and every text in paper 3, you must plan that you must have the first draft and the final draft. I'm saying right now, have the first draft and the final draft. So there are 4 steps that you need to adhere to in order to write an appropriate obituary. And the step number 1, you need to choose the text type and the topic. And let us assume that you are taking the obituary as a topic. You are given now a statement. A well-known person in your community has passed away. This person was actively involved in charity work. So they say, write a suitable obituary, paying tribute to the person. So step number 2, you need to do what? To plan the text. So how do you plan the text? Let us see. You read the question carefully and note keywords that will help you to brainstorm the content of your answer. In the question above, the keywords are well known in your community and the person is doing some charity work. That is what we have read. We've said that the person is well known and is involved in doing charity work. So those are the keywords. So this learner has used a mind map to plan the essay. So you need to do what? To create a mind map. So this mind map will be shared into paragraphs. And then in this instinct, this is a life of Charles Mandini, which is that we're talking about the details of Charles' life. Paragraph number 2, he was the oldest resident in Ravensmead. And then paragraph number 3, he was working as the volunteer. So what the citizens where he's staying or the community members, they will remember him as a good volunteer, whereby he helped a lot of people in achieving this goal. He further dedicates this to the community. So that is a loss now to the community. We must understand that. Okay? And then number 4, paragraph, the craft in your community. So you can see that these are his favorite ways. So he would do the work, help some other people, and he would say, you can never do enough for the community. Those are the favorite ways. Number 5, we have in paragraph 5, the left void, you will be missed. So it means now this person has left a big void is missed. Okay. You can see that going step by step. Step number 3 now, you write and edit the first draft. So you must have the what? The mind map. You must have the first draft, and then you must have the final draft. Write of the text using ideas from the plan. Edit the draft by correcting any grammar, punctuation, spelling, and format error. So in the first draft, You must correct now this draft so that it can be effective. You are also granted marks for this. This is Charles Mandini. Charles Mandini was born at 13th July 1932 in Tiervelier, now known as Ravensmet. He passed away on the 24th November 2012. He is, and there is an error, was the oldest of the 9 children. So we can see that there was an error here. Is was replaced with was, and then we are saying there was a correction of the verb in terms of the tense. And then paragraph number 2, he was also one of the oldest residents in Ravensmet and someone who the community always looked up to. He was always on top of the list for volunteers. He always educated us on how to reach out our neighbors because you never know when you might need help. So what is correct here? Neighbors is replaced with neighbors. His famous words were, you can never do enough in your community. He was a mentor and the pillar of strength in so many of our lives. So what is correct here is the mentor here. So you can see it's replaced and there is a mentor that is written there correctly. And then when we are moving on, we can see that Luther Childs, no one can or never will fill the place you left, not only in your community, but also in our hearts. You will only be missed by your wife. You will not only be missed by your wife and children, but the entire community. There is an error there, and then it is also given correct. It is corrected in that manner. That is, we are calling it the first draft or the rough draft. This is the final draft. So in the final draft, it means there must not be any error. The heading there, you can see Charles Mandini is given. And then we are saying Charles Mandini was born 13 July 1932 in Diersfeld, now known as Raspenmet. He passed away on the 24th November 2012. He was the oldest of the 9 children. You skip a mark, you skip a line in big margins. And someone who the community looked up to. Then skipping a line. He was always on top of the list for volunteers. He always educated us on how to reach out and you might need their help. You skip a line. His famous words were, you can never do enough in your community. He was a mentor. Then you are skipping the line. Buddha Charles, no one can never, ever will fill the place you left, not only in our community, but also in our hearts. You skip a line. You'll not only be missed by your wife and children, but the entire community. Then what is important is that you count your weights at the end of the day and then write them down. Ensure that you are sticking to the weight count. You will be penalized if you are not doing so. Good luck in your examination. Thank you very much for your time. Ensure that you are subscribing.